Yo, what's up, YouTube? We're back with some Space Marines 2. It's been almost a year since the game came out, and we've seen some massive changes to a lot of the classes. This is going to be the first in a series of videos that we're going to be putting out there as far as like guides and just like general discussions on like the best way to play a particular character. We're starting here with Vanguard. Let's get into it. First, talking about our primary weapon, I love using the Oculus Bolt Carbine and the normal Bolt Carbine. Kind of just like two sides of the same coin, but like long range or short range. You've got the Bolt Carbine, which if you're within 10 meters, this thing does 50% more damage. It's disgusting. Very strong weapon. I find the only downside to it is that sometimes when you're shooting at like a Terminus level enemy in general, there's so many blood splatter effects when you're firing it, you sometimes can't see your target. It's kind of funny. Just do remember that there is a marksman variant on the right side that you can choose from. Good choice. As far as like, it kind of turns it into like a DMR. So you got to individually click, but it is quite nice. I did enjoy using it a lot, but highly recommend checking out the Bolt Carbine if you haven't in a while. Quickly, this is my loadout real quick on Bolt Carbine. This is mine for the Oculus if you're interested. Instigator feels pretty good. 3-round burst. It largely hasn't really changed. It's a reliable mid to long range weapon. Not very good for close range, which sometimes feels okay for Vanguard to kind of give you something different to use, but not always a huge fan. Melta, still there. Not much has changed with it. I wouldn't really recommend using it all too much on the harder difficulties, but it performs extremely well for the early game to mid game, especially if you're like going into siege mode and doing like, you know, normal mode in particular. I think it works pretty well. Ammo will be a bit of a concern, especially on Vanguard, since you don't really have an ammo regen perk. So you're gonna have to buy a decent amount of ammo when doing, or scavenging a decent amount of ammo when doing gameplay. So, all right, secondary. This one's so personal preference. I'd say the only one that I don't really recommend too much is the Inferno Pistol. It has like, if you guys didn't know, they do different levels of gun strike damage and have different levels of range depending on which weapon. Inferno has the lowest gun strike damage and the lowest range, so it makes it hard to use in that regard. If you're someone who's pretty consistently going for gun strikes with perfect parries, don't really recommend the Inferno. But if you really just need a secondary that is good for like ad clearing, I feel you. I'm mostly swapping between the bolt pistol and the heavy bolt pistol. The Neo Volkite is nice for when there's like a million different spore mines on the screen, but I do think that it's a little too slow on the way it deals its damage, so it doesn't really fit my gameplay personally. But you can just hip fire it, so you don't have to get that narrow arrow FOV. Some people really like it, so solid. Personal choice as far as the knife or the chainsword. I typically go for my fencing chainsword, but block weapons are a lot better now. Most people recommend if you're going to use a block weapon, use the purple block weapon because the stats are actually rather good. If you guys haven't heard about the block changes, when you perfect block now, you do get armor. If you perfect block 3 times, you get kind of like a buff on your weapon, and the next time you kind of melee something, big explosion. So it's great for that. You do lose the ability to do gun strikes, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm typically using my fencing just because I don't really typically use my melee all that much. And when I do, I'm mostly going to be trying to get my parries and stuff like that in. So it works best for me. But I am occasionally doing my, you know, double stomp build. For those of you who are trying to do the stomp like faster, you can get the full throttle and you can activate that to actually get one less like melee before you can do your double stomp, which is actually pretty cool. All right, next, going into the perk tree, Vanguard is easily the best pick for siege mode, and it mostly comes down to this team perk. This team perk is disgusting. If you have not read it, it is melee finishers on extremist or terminus level enemies give you 30% health. And it's a team perk, so it's not like when you do it, you heal your teammates. It's when you do it, you get 30% health. If your teammate does it, they get 30% health, and so on and so forth, right? It's insane. It saves you so many stims, so many currencies, just to stop you from needing to double stim to get back to full HP to heal your wound. You can just do one extremist level enemy to finish, and then one stim, you're back to full HP, heals your wound, you're good to go. Or just sustain, right? In those harder difficulties, having to pay 150 for a stim constantly is extremely expensive, especially on hard mode since you get less currency. Very difficult. Very difficult. Okay. Going back to the other perks, I've been using upper hand and swapping between upper hand and moving target. Kind of depends on how I'm feeling about range damage. If I'm absolutely hitting range damage, moving target does do quite well because you do a lot of melee damage. Even just doing your finishers, that counts. But upper hand is great for those stun lock situations. If you absolutely hate getting stun locked, great perk for you. Conviction or close combat focus is kind of my top two. Conviction works really well, especially with your prestige perk, where every time you grapple, you get 1 armor. When you lose all your armor, you get some damage resistance for your health. Very strong. I would move away from duelist because you will eventually get better at your perfect parry and your perfect blocks that you don't really need it, but because it's kind of like a crutch, right? There's some better perks that you can get out there that you don't need it. Especially since, you know, at a base, you know, you're getting like a lot of like your contested healing and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know if you really need it. The close combat focus is more for like if you're going really high level in terms of siege mode, that's when I would start using that. The easy pick for the third column is consecutive execution. 7 kills gives you your Melt-A-Bomb back. Insanely powerful. And your Melt-A-Bomb can trigger this to get you another Melt-A-Bomb. It's extremely good because most of the enemies tend to be very compact in this mode, especially when they're spawning in. Super good. I tend to take Restless Fortitude. Most of the damage I take on a Vanguard is from range damage. So to further decrease that, and you should be spamming your dive kick a decent amount, keeping this up all the time is great. I don't think Shockwave is as necessary, especially now that the next perk we're going to talk about is in the game. Zone of Impact is bonkers. This thing could literally be a signature perk. It is so good. Performing a finisher with your grapple launcher deals bonus damage to nearby enemies. It doesn't really like tell you how much damage, but it's pretty immense. It's like a proper grenade going off every time in a rather large radius. It's at least like 10 meters. So what you can do is you can like kind of grapple spam, and this plays really well into your class perk for tactical prowess. So if there's 33% health or under, you can then grapple launcher to them. You do a big AoE and you get your grapple launcher charge back. And there's some tech where you can actually do, it's X on PC. You basically do like target. I think it's like auto target or auto lock target. So I can't remember the verbiage, but you can find it in the settings. And it's on by default. You just have to press a button. And what it does is it shows you like this triangle. And as the triangle like de-renders essentially, like parts of it like come off, eventually there's going to be one red triangle, and that's how you know that the enemy is below 33% health, and then you can do it. You can also just like get good at like, you know, learning how much damage it takes to get them under that, but huge top tip for that. And you can do Zone of Impact, you can do like these chain like grapple launcher, like grapple launcher into grapple launcher into grapple launcher into grapple launcher, and everybody just dies. And the Zone of Impact can proc consecutive execution as well. It's just bonkers, man. It's just so good. And the last one that I'd recommend is perfectly timed parries, block, dodge, or parry. Give you less health damage. Just fantastic sustain. As far as perks that I'd recommend, as far as your first 3, I think Battlefield Awareness is probably your best, especially if you're using one of the bolt carbines, especially the normal bolt carbine. I don't think going for like a little bit faster ability recharge when you're below 25% health is that good, especially because you have that perk, you're actually not going to be below 25% health that often. It's going to be pretty rare. After that, I highly recommend the health if you're going for the higher difficulties. If you're not, you could probably just skip the health. One of the biggest ones, and I take this as your second perk because you need to invest 1 be on your second prestige, is the grapple launcher. Gives you 1 armor segment, as I said earlier. Really good with conviction, very strong. And then another one is restoration, 7 kills in consecutive, gives you an armor segment. very good, once again, with conviction. Awesome. If you're not going to take the health, I'd probably recommend at that point you take the equipment damage just to give your Meltas and stuff a little bit more, you know, oomph against bosses, and maybe even be able to one-shot a Biovore and stuff like that. So, highly recommend that stuff. As far as like different ways to play, I would mostly try to be like a close range brawler as much as possible, but you definitely have to be careful on chaos, and you might need to bait enemies towards you, and you can't go all crazy. As far as setting up for those grapple chains, you kind of want to like deal a bunch of damage to a bunch of enemies, or wait for a bunch of enemies to be in-capped by your teammates, and then just start the chain rolling. What you can also do is like in-cap 1 or 2 enemies, or like in-cap 1, and then do the zone of impact, damage 1 that's like nearby, that's like pretty weak, zone of impact, and then you just keep going and doing it over and over again. It's extremely powerful, and it works so freaking well. It is easily the best class in the game at the moment for Siege. I don't think it's as powerful for operations, but I don't think it's like a bad character at all. There are a lot of extremist level enemies in operations, so just getting that heal is fantastic. So the end of this video will mostly just be a bunch of Siege gameplay that we've been recording as I was besieging my Vanguard all the way to max. We were doing a bunch of hard mode. Absolutely love Vanguard. Highly recommend. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of Vanguard down below. Yeah, we'll be back with the next video. I think the next one will be Sniper class. Peace out. Much love. Bye. That's where you're going to run into the most problems. $1440p model just that doesn't help. Use DLSS and turn down the texture resolution a little bit. But yeah, that's you might actually just be running out of VRAM. I think Borderlands 4 is gonna be good. I mean, they're saying the right stuff right now. As a longtime Borderlands fan, they're saying the right stuff to get me excited. I don't know how the story is going to be. Usually the story doesn't matter that much to me in a Borderlands game. It's usually the gameplay and the grind that matters the most in the end game. So the fact that they're saying all the right stuff when it comes to, you know, what am I trying to say? They're saying all the right stuff for like the different parts of like the end game, and they said that they were gonna like add like a boss toggle so you can like respawn a boss right away, so you don't have to do the save and exit, save quit stuff anymore, which is great. Oh shit. I'm not gonna get there in time. Don't kill, by the way. We can keep it yours.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get there in time.
Dude, man, I'm so dumb. I'm so bad at remembering to side objectives.
Basically, I only remember when I see them turn red, if that makes sense. I just, if they turn red, then I say, stop shooting.
God dang it.
Gearbox CEO, tweet about Tiny Tina's being free. Oh, I didn't know that. Wait. Oh, wait. No, wait. So someone asked him if it could be free? No, I haven't seen it. Yeah, he's a huge douche. Like, I like, sorry, Randy, but like, you help make some great games, but he says some dumb stuff so right now. Like, every once in a while, he is like the worst PR, like, he requires so much PR attention. It's insane. No, it was a free weekend or whatever. Okay, so wait. Now I'm confused. What is going on then? Did you see Gearbox CEO tweet about TNT being free? He was being such a petty douche. Here's free weekend or whatever. Find it real quick. Yeah, I guess I'm a little confused because that's really cool, but I'm assuming he said something dumb while doing something cool. That's Randy's style. For our real fans, It may be cost sensitive. The very awesome, incredible, fun, smash hit video game Tiny Tina's is free this week on Epic Games Store. Please enjoy the free gift by grabbing a free copy here. Ah, yeah. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but at the same time, with the how negative the reception of his original tweet was, he's being a dick. Like he shouldn't be. He shouldn't have said that. What? Okay. That still hit me? Yeah, that's cheating. Like, why double down again? I mean, it's Randy, dude. Did you see his, like, doubling down on, what's it called? His, the movie he did? The movie, the Borderlands movie? Like, ah, dude, he would not stop. He was relentlessly annoying with that.
Coming across.
He defended it? Oh, yeah. I mean, I kind of get it. It's like his baby. He spent a lot of time on it, but like, he couldn't just read the room and realize that people just don't like it. He just couldn't accept it. He just couldn't accept it. Yeah. And like the crazy thing, I've told people this on chat, like Reese was telling me, like, he actually answered that pretty much the same question that he did on Twitter. IRL, like on stage on PAX West, I think it was. Perfectly fine. Basically, he just said, hey, it's not up to me. It's up to 2K, right? They're the publisher. And it's also, like, game development is getting more expensive. That's just inevitability, unfortunately, with how the current economics of, like, you know, the world is going, right? And that's how he left it when he answered. And it's like, honestly, fair, right? You can't bite his head off for that. That's just like, it is what it is kind of statement. But then he did the complete opposite and sounded like a complete jackass when he said something on Twitter about it. You know, like, because I don't think you can be mad at him about like that statement that I just said. Like I don't think you can be like mad at, like, you can be upset about like the economics of the world and stuff like that, sure, but like it kind of like kind of is what it is. Hi Annie, how you doing, sweetie? I read the best conspiracy ever, waiting for my passive defense. Apparently the U.S. withdrew from Vietnam because they were being hunted by dinosaurs. I mean, the Viet Cong, I mean, were ruthless. I mean, I don't know if I call them dinosaurs, but they were hunting them, dude.
Do you guys see a sorcerer anywhere?
I swear I saw him. I'm just talking to chat too much. I'm being a goofy goober. I'm kind of doing the main objective right now, or the side objective, sorry.
That's smart, before I kill everything.
True.
Oh yeah, this is so sweet.
Oh, I got the Spanish bug.
So funny, dude.
Like, I'll be honest, I never noticed it until Accurate said something. Will you be playing Death Stranding? No, I answered that the other day for you, Annie. No. I'll probably wait for it to come to PC. I don't think it would do very well on the channel.
That sorcerer down.
Should I get it? I don't know if you'll like the game, Annie. The gameplay of Death Stranding is a very particular type of person will enjoy it. You're going the wrong way,
Doing
Lily.
the objective right now.
You're going the wrong way.
Oh, wait. Oh, my bad.
Don't kill the
I saw
beastman.
the,
Don't kill that beastman. Don't kill that beastman. Don't kill that beastman. Oh.
Wait.
I'm running, I'm sprinting.
You can kill everybody else, just not the beastman. You wanted to tell me something? Oh, accurate. When grabbing gameplay for like videos, grab it off of YouTube. The YouTube VOD. I don't know. Actually, I guess maybe you might actually already be doing that. But yeah, it's definitely the better place to grab it.
Alright, promise you can kill everybody, you know?
I'm not an editor. Oh, we got. Yeah, on YouTube. Well, can't you just like download YouTube VODs? Like anyone? With like that weird extension?
Here's a stim for you, promise.
I don't know. We need to allow you to be able to do that because the YouTube or the Twitch stream will definitely look better. Extension? There's like I thought there was an extension once upon a time that allowed you to download YouTube videos. Maybe it's not a thing anymore. Okay. Yeah, accurate. We'll figure it out. I'll just give you more permissions on YouTube. Ah, it's gonna go the wrong enemy. Fuck. I wish I could turn off, like, targeting my Norse enemies, you know?
Back on the... Come here.
Fuck! I got grabbed. I was paying too much attention to my fucking... Hellbomb. I just got shit on. I'm watching for drops, don't care about you. It's very nice of you to say. You cared enough to say it, so thank you. That's very nice of you.
I'm going for Maple.
The true way to say that would just be saying nothing, if you think about it.
Go.
So you kind of fucked up, friend. What a goober. The absolute gooberest of goobers. Ow.
Oh, you can crack the halberd if you can. Just kill everybody first.
He just wants attention, guys. We're giving him attention at this point. I'm helping him out since his dad didn't give him enough attention, I don't think. We'll help him out. It's a little charity. It's all good. Guys, be nice, you know? Oh. Oh my god, I'm 1 HP off? I'm pissed. Pissed. Literally 1 HP off. So sad.
Things should be done except a couple of my Norse sons.
Am I getting shot at? I
Oh,
hope
we got a
not.
perimeter.
Oh my god, I thought he was. Oh.
Alright, my Norse.
Oh, damn. I don't know why I went for the second. Ooh.
Alright, I think it's only him left.
Is it Ashen? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's another guy. Bum 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 bum. Is each game just a few races, or do they add more later on? Each Space Marines game is only technically 2 enemy races, yeah.
What about ammo? Thought so.
He loves you.
Oh yeah.
Silent channel, loving your content so far. Fuck that guy. Oh, don't worry. I've been Twitch streaming for like 6 years now. It doesn't bother me one bit. I try to make content out of it, you know? Like a joke. You can't let people like that take it down in life. They're everywhere. You know, there's glass half full, there's glass half empty, and then there's the guy who grabbed the glass and threw it against the wall. You know what I mean?
Oh, Cronus. Oh, that's not good.
Bruce, develop me.
Oh!
I'm out of ammo, so you may see me back to help. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're definitely doing this.
Ouchie. Thank God for armor.
Oh my god, I wasn't ready for that apparently.
Alright, a couple more shots.
Oh, I'm actually dead here. Ah! He's one shot. I was stuck in that corner.